2 days ago, a document from Google was leaked. It has so much information and insight, so I want to quickly share with you. The link to the original document is in the description, and I recommend you to read the whole document. The premise of this paper is that while OpenAI and Google continue to race to build the most powerful language models, their efforts are rapidly being eclipsed by the work happening in the open source community. Quoted directly from the paper, while our models still hold a slight edge in terms of quality, the gap is closing astonishingly quickly. Open source models are faster, more customizable, more private, and pound for pound more capable. They are doing things with $100 and 13 parameters that we struggle with $10 million and 500 billion parameters, and they are doing so in weeks, not months. If you are not from AI community, all you need to know about the parameter is usually the more parameter means the model has more learning capacity. Things that Google used to consider major open problems are solved and in people's hands today. Just name a few. Large language models on a phone. People are running foundation models on a Pixel 6 as 5 tokens per second. So token means how long the input sequence is. Scalable personal AI. You can fine-tune a personalized AI on your laptop in an evening. Responsible release. This one isn't solved as so much become obviated. There are entire websites full of art models with no restriction whatsoever, and text is not far behind. Multimodality. The current multimodal science QA SOTA was trained in 1 hour. SOTA means the state of the art, basically the best performance we have so far. To give more context, these are all major events happened this year that made it very clear that open source is the way and Google is losing its advantage. On February 24th, Llama is launched. Meta open sourced the code but not the weight. What's special about Llama is that it has a relatively small size given its capability. On March 3rd, within a week, Llama is leaked to the public. The impact on the community cannot be overstated. Existing licenses prevent it from being used for commercial purpose, but suddenly everyone is able to experiment. On March 12th, a little over a week, Achum Andriango, I'm not sure I pronounced it correctly, it's a Russian name, he gets the model working on Raspberry Pi. On March 13th, the very next day, Stanford released Alpaca, which made it possible to train within hours on a single high-end graphical card. On March 18th, Georgy Jaganov compressed the model to be able to run on a MacBook CPU the very first time. On March 19th, again the next day, a cross-university collaboration releases Vacuna. A 13 billion models achieved parity with BARD, and the total training cost is $300. When they say a model achieved parity, that means consider all the accuracy performance, they are similar, because it's not a single metric. On March 25th, Nomic creates GPT for all. Total training cost is $100. On March 28th, Cerebra became available. It is an open source version of GPT-3. It's trained from scratch and outperforms existing GPT-3 clone by a wide margin. This means the community is no longer dependent on Llama. Then on the same day, multimodal training in 1 hour became available. Llama adapter was introduced with multimodality. Multimodality just means this model works with different types of data, like text, image, audio. This training can be done in 1 hour, which is unbelievable. I used to work at Amazon as a machine learning engineer, and to train a model can take weeks, sometimes even months, with hundreds or even thousands of instances. And that's not even big models. Sometimes just spinning up the instance and loading the first batch of the data into the instances can take 1 hour. On April 3rd, Berkeley launched Cola, a dialogue model trained entirely using freely available data. They take the crucial step of marrying real human preferences between their model and ChatGPT. Yes, ChatGPT still holds a slight edge, but more than 50% of the time, users either prefer Cola or have no preference. And the total training cost again is $100. Paradoxically, the winner in all of this is Meta. Because the leaked model was theirs, they effectively garnered all the free labors on this planet. Since most open source innovations happen on top of their architecture, there is nothing stop them from incorporating those results into their products. Supported by this, the author believes that Google should prioritize their work to enable third-party integrations, and Google has done this in the past. They have successfully used this paradigm in their open source offerings such as Chrome and Android. Besides that, Google AI researchers are leaving for other companies on a regular cadence, so we can assume other companies know what Google knows. Overall, there are three most profound arguments proposed by this paper. First, Google has no secret sauce. Their best hope is to learn from and collaborate with what others are doing outside Google. Second, people will not pay for a restricted model when free, unrestricted alternatives are comparable in quality. Last one, giant models are slowing down Google. In the long term, the best models are the ones which can be iterated upon quickly. So that's pretty much it. If you are interested in the power of AI, I hope you find this video helpful. I personally haven't paid close attention to the AI community in the past several months, so I was very overwhelmed when catching up with all these progresses. Last week, I was discussing some AI concerns with a friend, and what we wanted to see is to have a dedicated portable device that can run those large language models as your personal assistant without ever being connected to the cloud or the internet, except at the time when you download the model. And clearly this is already possible, so now we can start from there. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel. I will share more content to help solopreneurs to capture the power of AI so that you can grow your business and make more money online.